Hi, my name is Zach. I'm the pharmacist here at Hometown Pharmacy in Rio, and I'm standing here with one of my customers, Ken Ulrich. I've been working with him for the last year since he was started on the medication Xarelto. I think actually just a couple months ago, you've completed the first year on this medication. And then the reason we're here is Ken stopped in the other day to pick up his medication, and due to where he was in his insurance covered period, his medication had almost tripled in cost. And he had decided he wasn't able to afford it, and we had to switch him to a cheaper medication. So I know Ken's mentioned that although he still wanted to continue on that medication, he felt like he wanted to do what he can to make a change so that these drug costs would be affordable to everyone. Is that right, Ken?
That's right.
Yeah, and I know I've had some similar experiences to this. Like for the same medication, Xarelto, I actually had. So just a little background on that. Xarelto is a blood thinner. So it's a very important medication to treat active blood clots and also prevent them in the future, which actually in some cases can be like a life and death situation. So that's why it's important for him to be on this medication. So in his case, ideally we would have liked to keep him on there, but due to the high drug cost and the amount the insurance was willing to cover, it actually forced our hand and we had to get a change. Very recently I had this experience with another customer where they were started on the same medication for an active blood clot. And it was a Friday evening and the medication wasn't covered by the insurance at all. So if I wasn't able to get a hold of an on-call provider, they would have went the entire weekend without having any treatment.
That's terrible. It's almost like murder in a way.
And I think like the reason, I kind of wanted Ken to share his stories because he kind of threw me off a little bit the other day when you came in, and like you said, like you mentioned that you're 81 and you wanted to do something to maybe that won't necessarily help you but will benefit people in the future, and I think that's an important message.
Very admirable
And
one. Necessary.
And my kids and grandkids mean a lot to me, and I want them to be able to have what I've had throughout my life, and the way prices are going, I don't know if they can.
Well, let's hope we can change that.
That's the hardest part about being a pharmacist is when you get these medications that you learn about in school and you learn about all the benefits of them, and then someone comes to get it and they can't even be close to affording it in some cases. Mm-hmm. And yep, there's just certain medications that you need to be on. I mean, yeah, there's some that if you miss a day here and there, it's not the end of the world, but like the blood thinners, insulin, stuff like that, it's tough. I mean, I don't know if I can share this. I tell everyone this story, but, and it wasn't even regarding someone I know, but I was just looking at the Madison Facebook page one time. And I think I told Ken this the other day, and a mom and her kid that I don't even know were up from another state, I think in the South, and they forgot the child's insulin. Oh. So their insurance from that state wasn't accepted in Wisconsin. So they went to the pharmacy to pick it up, and it was over $600. So that forced them to try to buy insulin from someone on Facebook. Okay. And I think just hearing about that stuff is crazy because now we're talking about kids. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of goes back to the point Ken gets around, is that maybe we can't necessarily help what his situation, but maybe we can help one down the road.
It's like I say, I'm doing this for my kids.
There's medications out there that a month of them costs more than a car. So like in certain cases, that's tough on anyone. Yeah. So
how many people can actually afford this? There's more people that can afford them than there is that can afford them.